Hello, it is your divine soul empress, Danielle, and I am on today. Sorry, I cannot. I'm at a different location than usual, so I hope you guys enjoy my handy dandy background in Divine Soul Empress Studios. So I'm going to take calls as usual. And then we are also going to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Danielle, and I am the Divine Soul Empress. I am a Reiki and tarot reader. I also read chakras. I am able to connect our subconscious to our conscious so that you gain the clarity that you need. I'm also the maker of tarot candles. So just to nail a couple of different versions for you. This one is the because I think it's green because of the green. This one is the magician candle. I don't think you guys can see it because it's blending into the background. Hold on, I have the lover's candle, so that one's red. That one may do a little bit better. All right, so this is the lover's candle, and you use this to attract love into your life. We always want to use the candles with the intention for our highest good. So we want to attract the love in our life that's for our highest good. I know sometimes a quick tip, we often want to manifest certain things, but by restricting the universe and not allowing it to do its job, by restricting it to a certain thing or a certain place or a certain job or things like that, it prohibits the universe from bringing us everything exactly for our highest good. So whenever you use my candles, I always put a special note in there saying that you want to ask for what it is that, whatever the candle you have, because I have Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, the Magician for manifesting. We have the High Priestess for intuition, clarity. We have the Moon for to gain what is in the shadows. So we want to bring the shadows to the light. We have the Sun, of course, because now we've brought the shadows to the light. So we want to brighten it with all of our understanding and our happiness. We also have a couple of other ones, and then we have some sales tomorrow for Black Friday. But I always tell everyone that you always want to, whatever it is, whether you're manifesting for your highest good with the Magician or you're manifesting love for your highest good with the Lover's candle, you want to make sure that you're not restricting the universe to certain things, because interesting enough, one time I read for a girl who had done sort of a little love spell with the candle, and she actually wound up burning down her room. So interesting enough, her room was literally the only room in the house that got burned from the candle, and the rest was good. So it was just, I always want people to understand that we always want to pick and choose things for our highest good, because that is always the best step to ensure that the universe doesn't have to sort of break down dynamics to get us what we think we want, right? Because if it's really for our highest good, then we should have no problem choosing it. So let's see, we are going to go to... I'm going to take some callers today. So we have 2 callers. So I used to get right into it. We are going to get into our caller from New Zealand, and it is Lorraine. Lorraine, hello. How are you from New Zealand?
Hello. All right.
Hello, can you hear me? I don't know. Lorraine?
Hi.
Hello, how are you today?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. So you are my first caller today. So I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm not where I usually am. And so just bear with us. Bear with me in case anything happens. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. Okay, did you have a particular question today that you wanted to get some information or clarity on?
I'd like some insight into my relationship, please.
Okay, you wanted guidance about your relationship?
Sorry?
Is that correct?
gonna
Guidance
go
about your relationship?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull a couple cards. Sorry, I cannot, the audio is cutting up on my end, so I'm not able to hear you very well, but I'm going to do the Energy Oracle deck. Okay. Sorry, you're breaking up. So I think it's just the connection. So let's see. I'm gonna try to get you guys. I'm gonna start with the Energy Oracle deck, and then I'm gonna pull a couple of tarot cards, and then we can get you some guidance, hopefully. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So let's see. Was there anything particular you wanted to know about this relationship?
For where it's going, we were supposed to go to my best friend's wedding tomorrow together, and he just pulled out last minute with excuses, and gonna
That
see
you
where
were
it's going.
You pulled out of what last minute? I'm sorry.
Sorry?
You said he pulled out of something last minute?
Coming with me to my best friend's wedding.
Okay, hold on. And this is a guy you're dating?
Yeah.
Okay, so have you, I'm sorry?
He's a Capricorn, 1st of January, 1963.
Okay. No, this is a guy you're dating, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we don't want all those spirit. Let me get. Let's see what we got. You got the Empress at the bottom. Okay, you got a lot of deceit. So, let me see. Let's see if I can get another tarot. What's this deceit about? So long. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna get you one of the angel guidance cards too. Ooh, and we're gonna go from there. Okay. So first we're gonna start with your energy oracle cards. You had several that fell out, some fell on the floor, so I didn't I didn't want to bend down to get those. Okay, so I don't know if you can see these. I will try to I know that for me, I'm sorry, I can't see them because they are blending in with the with the background. So you got patience. This is deceit. You got deceit. You got patience, and you got happy family, which is the card that, this is patience. There you go. And then you also got happy family. This person, do you guys have kids together?
No.
Okay. So for one of the things that stuck out the most for me is the deceit card, because you also got the Seven of Swords. Oh, sorry, the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is about holding yourself back and not being very honest with yourself. And so to me, these two cards represent maybe you are not being honest with yourself about something. I think you already know why the person backed out. I think you already know where this is headed. And so you're trying to give some leeway, but make sure that you're not sacrificing what it is that you deserve in a relationship by giving this leeway. I don't know if you have children because it says that you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, parenting children. And so I don't know if you have children, especially with this happy family card. If you don't have children, this is just saying that you just need to be patient. And the love that you desire will come.
Yeah,
and
no,
we've
we've both got children.
I'm sorry?
We've both got children from previous relationships, but they've grown up.
Okay. Okay. So just with this happy family, and you may help him with his children or help this person with their children. They may have some issues that you may help them resolve, if that makes sense. You kind of see what's going on with them and can help them with that. But you just need to have patience. But there was some deceit in the situation, but I think you know that. But this person could also just be kind of scared because you also got the fountain. I don't know if you guys can see that. Sorry, it's blending in for me here. You got the fountain and you got the Ace of Swords. When I put it like this, you could see. Okay, so you got the fountain and the Ace of Swords, and the fountain is about intuition, and it's about divinely guided relationships and things like that. And the Ace of Swords is about new beginnings. So I think you just need to have patience regarding this situation. And I think you may need to understand too that this person is scared for whatever reason. Maybe things are moving too fast. If they have children too, they may be a little concerned about the children. But you're going to have this happy family that you seek. You are going to have that. You just need to have patience. There's something about this person that there's something about the situation that's deceitful. So you want to be careful here. I'm not getting that they're a bad person. I'm just getting, you know what? Since you may be being dishonest with yourself about why this person backed out. And so they're asking you to not hold yourself back. They're asking you to speak your truth. They're asking you to just come forward and ask questions that you need to ask to get the clarity that you seek, so that you can have this new beginning. Because the Ace of Swords is about, swords are about mental conflict. So you're going to have like this new beginning, in your romantic situation, but it's going to come after you speak your truth. But you first have to really realize what that truth is, if that makes sense. But then you are going to have a new beginning. Now, if it's with this person or not, that is divinely guided by spirit. So you may want to sit there and make sure that this is what you want. Just as I said earlier with the candles, oftentimes we think we want something, and once we get it, it's not really what we want. So we always want to make sure that we're working on things that are for our highest good. I'm trying to position it to see if you guys can see it. Yeah. Sorry. And so we always want to work on things to make sure that we are asking Spirit for things that are for our highest good. And that's where you need to be with this, because you do have intuition and you do have understanding, and you need to just listen to it, because that's going to get you where you need to be. And be patient. Don't try to rush everything. You may have asked this person the thing that they backed out of. You may have known that they weren't very interested, because it may have been too soon for them to go through this situation with you, or it was just too much for them. But you kind of asked them anyways. And so this is just saying,
I asked them a few months ago, and then I asked them again a month ago. And then we talked about it last week.
Right, yeah.
So up until then, he was coming with me. And then last night he texted me and said, oh, yeah.
Right, but you kind of knew that he kind of didn't want to go. That's why you asked him a couple months ago, and then you asked him again a month ago, and then you guys didn't talk about it until last week. You kind of knew.
I think it's only because sometimes I don't think that he remembers the things that we talk about, especially when we've been drinking. And quite often he'll tell me he loves me. And
I'm not saying that he doesn't love you.
So we probably only see each other once a month.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, so there's some deceit in here. There's some situations. That's why I'm telling you. I don't really know if it's that he forgets and maybe he just selectively forgets what he wants. Because men have selective. Memory sometimes, and so do sometimes people with masculine energy have selective memory. So he definitely, I think you knew that he kind of didn't want to go, but he never really said no. So you kind of assumed that's what he was. You kind of went with what he was saying, even though you could tell he wanted to do something else. So I think he's a little more scared than you. I think you know that now. But I think that's a lot of where the deceit's coming in, because he's just not being honest with himself. I think he does like you. I think he does care about you, but it's just moving. He can't move too fast. That's the thing for him, because he's afraid of getting hurt again. So, but I appreciate you in New Zealand. I appreciate you calling in, and I'm going to have to go to my next caller because I have 10 minutes in. You can find me at Divine Soul Empress. You can find me at Divine Soul Empress on Facebook or Instagram. Just be patient with him and be honest with yourself to make sure that you're not sometimes pushing him towards things that he doesn't want to do. And if it doesn't sound right, then it's not. If it doesn't sound right, then it's not.
Push him.
Yeah. Don't, and you don't think that you're pushing him, but I mean, you kind of are, and he's kind of scared. So, which is, he just doesn't want to be hurt again. So just be mindful of that when you interact with him. But I'm getting, just having patience, you'll be fine. So I have to move on to Alicia in Paintsville, Kentucky, I think. Alicia, my sister's name is Alicia. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. That we have about 10 minutes left. So ask your question, and then, and I dropped some earlier. Sorry, guys. I didn't want to pick them up. There were too many. I was like, well, Spirit, give me another message. Now we have 8 minutes. All right. So go ahead, ask your question, and I'll get you some answers pretty quickly.
Okay. My mother passed away in 2016, the day after Christmas. And I keep having these weird dreams, but I can't see her face. Like, she's talking to me, but I don't remember what the dreams are, and I'm wondering if maybe she's trying to get a message to me, if she's trying to talk to me.
She is trying to talk to you. Okay, awesome. This is great because I don't have to. Well, hold on. Let me, interesting enough, I don't really have to pull cards for this one. Okay, she is trying to talk to you, but you're trying to, okay, a couple of things. One, you miss her. You miss her very dearly. You miss her a lot. You're focusing more on in your dreams about seeing her face. I mean, you have to remember the reason why you can't see her face. It's kind of like a subconscious thing, because seeing her face isn't the most important, because you know exactly what she looks like. You know it's her, whether you see her face, right? So now you're needing like extra validation that it's her when you know it's her. So she's telling you, for one, don't worry about seeing her face. It's just the way you dream. You know what she looks like, and you definitely know. You definitely know who she is. So let's see. She is trying to get a message to you. Okay, so people always think oftentimes, as long as there was no, as long as there wasn't anything harsh when they crossed over, most of the time they are very understanding, and they are, because when they cross to when our souls cross to the 5D realm, and they're just entities, they don't really have, well, that one came out too. They don't really have the anger and things that we have. Okay, so and things like that. But people don't, you know how we are. So you got yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being of peace, mind, and spiritual growth right now. And I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. You also got blossoming abundance as well. Let's see.
I have
You got.
what?
You also got blossoming abundance for the energy card. And let's see. And then you got at the bottom of the deck for the angel guidance, you got you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is behind you now. I ask you to relax and be safe. So, which is kind of what this one is regarding the thing of peace. So you may have been going through something recently, especially like with the pandemic. Everybody's kind of going through different things, especially being having to be closed off, having to be at home, having to sit with self and things like that. So it's not as easy doing that. And so you've probably okay. A couple things. For one, you've been focusing a lot on your regrets. And she wants you to stop doing that because regrets are just things that you need to learn from. They don't define you. Second, things are going to come into play. This hardship that you've endured for a while, it's coming to an end, but it's due to part of that is due to your mindset. So you have to be mindful of what it is that you are actually drawing into you and what it is that you actually want. So you have to, she's telling you to be strong and make sure that you stand in your power and make sure that I'm trying to make sure the cards stay there and make sure that you stand in your power. You probably want to meditate, yoga, or just do some sort of exercise. That's going to be very important to you right now. Maybe you want to get in a little bit better shape or something. But really, it's more for your peace of mind. What she's trying to get you to do is, so she's trying to talk to you in your dreams, right? You don't remember them because you're trying to focus
Like, is she
on.
with me?
Oh yeah, she's always with you. She's always been with you. She's been with you since she crossed over. She's always going to be with you. She's your spirit guide, which is also probably why she's saying this yoga meditation because she's trying to give you messages, but you're kind of blocking them out because it's a little different for one, and you're not used to it. But for two, um, you're focusing on the regret and the loss and not focusing on the fact that she's there trying to guide you, if that makes sense. So she wants you to not focus so much on being able to see her as much as knowing it's her because you can feel it's her. And then when you wake up, start writing down everything that you remember, even if like, okay, we were sitting on, there's a blue couch right here. So I'm thinking blue couch. We were sitting on the blue couch. I remember she said, XYZ. I remember I said this. You may also be getting, because of this yoga and meditation, I always think of lots of people get downloads. We're going to do this one right here. A lot of people get downloads and they get them in their dreams. So you may get downloads in your dreams and that may be why she's trying to speak to you. But if you can't remember your dreams, a good way to revisit that is through meditation. So this is probably why our yoga, because yoga also brings you present. Meditation, yoga, even if you fall asleep, be mindful of what you think about before you fall asleep. Be mindful of what you think about just even before as you're meditating because I know it's hard for people. They say, they can't get their brain to stop and things like that. And that's the thing. You don't have to get your brain to stop. You don't have to get your brain to stop to get it to get the downloads because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let it go so it can go and tell you what it needs to tell you without having to dissect it as along the way. You dissect it later. So there's that. Sorry. So she's with you. She's guiding you. This blossoming abundance is coming. You have to follow your path though, because underneath that card, it was like, as you honor and follow guidance of your heart. Prosperity is coming to you now. So these are two cards that speak of prosperity and abundance. So it's coming. It may involve schooling. So if you're thinking about going back to school for something, she's telling you to go. But she's with you. Start meditating and start listening to what she's trying to say. Because she's just guiding you along with this. She's just guiding you to this blossoming abundance. She's telling you, baby, don't worry. You're going to have everything that you desire. She's going to help you. Just listen. All right?
Okay, thank you.
You are very welcome. I'm Divine Soul Empress on Facebook and Instagram. So if you have any more questions, let me know. I appreciate my callers that I had today. You guys are doing an amazing job at life. So we're going to pull one Moonology card at 30 seconds. And it's be bold and make the first move. So you're being guided if you're going to walk out to make the first move.